You have been viewing the 50th college course, Poetry and Drama, in the WEWS Western Reserve University Telecourse Series, now in its 12th year on television. Your instructor is Dr. Toby Lellybeld, lecturer in English. Tomorrow morning, Mrs. Marjorie Cooper-Smith, assistant professor of Romance Languages, concludes the telecourse Intermediate French on the Western Reserve University Telecourses. This has been a Western Reserve University production.
We asked Mrs. Helen Moody what's so super about Super Shell.
Super Shell gives me that extra
Super Shell.
Make house cleaning time a happy time by knowing your discards will help others when you send them to the Volunteers of America. Clean your closets and phone 281-5100, the Volunteers of America, to pick up those outgrown and outworn suits and dresses, coats and shoes that are hiding in the dark corners. You'll be helping to meet a need in your own community, and remember, more closet space for you. Phone 281-5100, Volunteers of America. This is Channel 5 in Cleveland, your Scripps Howard television station, WEWS.
Hop goes the weasel, and the jack-in-the-box jumped out of his house, and that means it's time for the Romper Room School. And this is Miss Barbara saying good morning to my boys and girls at home, to all my doobies right here in Romper Room School. How are my friends this morning? Are you all fine? Well, we have a very special day with us today and a very special person. Our friend Keith is having a birthday today. So we'd like to have all the boys and girls at home and all the doobies right here in Romper Room School join with us while we sing happy birthday. Will you do it? All right. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Keith. Happy birthday to you. And how old are you today, Keith? 5 years old. Oh, isn't that fun? Well, we're very happy to have you with us on your birthday.
Hey, today I'm going to need a present. Not presents. My mom's home.
A present? No presents today, except Keith graduates today. Keith gets a diploma and a picture and a ring because he's graduating, because he's been with us for 2 weeks. We don't have anybody else who's graduating today, but Keith is. And, let's see, Keith, are you going to have a party this afternoon?
I don't know.
Oh, that's right. Carrie's been sick and everything, so maybe we won't have a party today, but I bet you'll have a birthday cake, won't you? Right? Oh, wonderful. Have you had any presents yet today on your birthday? Oh, those will come later, too, I'll bet. Yes, Lorraine.
My birthday is way in September.
Oh, you have a long ways to wait for your birthday then, don't you?
But I'm going to have a party.
Oh, that'll be wonderful.
Mine takes long, too.
Does yours take a long time to get to it, too? Well, mine is a long ways off, too. But birthdays are so much fun when they come. Well, let's see now. Keith, did you bring in something to show the boys and girls at home? I think you did.
Maybe I need to get a box.
Now, what is this?
Jumping beans.
Jumping beans? Good gracious, I haven't seen jumping beans in I don't know how long. Do they really jump? Can we make them jump? They look like little pills to me. Oh, they do. They jump around, don't they? Let's see if I can have them jump. Oh, gracious, they jumped right out of my hand. Didn't they? Oh, yes, they do almost jump, don't they? When I was a little girl, I used to have Mexican jumping beans, and they were smaller than those. And they were like little beans, and there really was something inside of them that made them jump, and you'd hold them in your hand and get them very warm, and then you'd open up your hand, and they'd start to move around. It was very interesting. Well, Holly, did you bring something with you this morning? Oh, now, Holly, who is this? Well, why don't you turn her around so the boys and girls at home can see her? So they can see her face. Turn her all the way around. That's right. And what color is she dressed in? Yes, isn't she beautiful? Is she one of your doll collection? Oh, she's lovely. You know, she looks like you, Holly, with the nice blonde hair and the great big eye. Except her eyes are almost lavender, and yours are quite blue. They're purple. What, for goodness sake. And who's this jolly fellow here, Jeffy? Who's Quack?
He's the Raggedy Andy.
Yes, he's a Raggedy Andy, isn't he? And isn't he a nice Raggedy Andy? All dressed up in his nice suit and his sailor hat and everything. He's a very fine Raggedy Andy, and thank you. May I keep him on my desk? All right, Raggedy Andy, you can keep me company there. And Lorraine, what did you bring with you this morning? Kissy dolls? Why, I never heard of such a thing except great big kissy dolls. Would you like to show us how they work? All right, let's see. Now put them down on the desk and see what happens. Oh, well, let's stand them up and see if it... Why, for goodness sake. Oh, look, they do. Yes, they must be like magnets. Is that what makes them do that?
Yeah.
Oh, of course. Oh, isn't that cute? Oh, I like those very much. A couple of little magnets make them kiss, don't they? Well, those are lots of fun, Lorraine. And, of course, those are magnets you're working with. And, Karen, did you bring in something this morning?
Yes.
Why, you built something out of Tinker Toys, didn't you? And it's a cat. Well, isn't that fine? That was a very good idea to make those out of Tinker Toys. I like it very much.
I got Tinker Toys.
Do you know how to build with them, too? Those are fun, aren't they? Well, what do you say we all stand now and pledge allegiance to the flag, and Holly's going to get the flag. The rest of us are going to stand back here, and Lorraine's off. That's right, Lorraine. That's the hand. And that's the right one, Keith. All right, and Karen, let's use the other one. That's good. Jeff, come on, put down the kiddo and come on over with us, and then we'll go back to the toys. Now, make sure we have the right hand. Let's use this one. That boy. Now, we'll look right at the flag, and we'll say, I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you, Holly. And who's going to get Willie dressed?
Miss Barbara, I got my new
Oh, you do. I hope you're not too slippery. We're going to do some galloping later on. You have new ones, too, and I have my shiny black ones on this morning.
I used to have a galloping.
Did you? Come on, Jeff. We're going to get Willie dressed. I bet you wanted to help me this morning. Come on over and help me get Willie's clothes on. My goodness, we have to get him all set for today. Do you know what day it is? Yesterday was Thursday. Do you know what day comes after Thursday? What?
Friday.
Right. And yesterday was 23, so what number comes after 23? 20... No, not yet. 24. You put the kiddo down and come and put the square in the calendar for me now. That's right. Here we go. This has to go up there, so you put it in for me. And then we have to put Willie's clothes on. Good. These little corners have to be tucked in. That's the way they go. Here now. Here's Willie's clothes. What kind of a weather are we going to have today?
A sunny day.
Yeah, so you put the sun up in the sky for me. Right up there. And is it going to be very cold today? Yeah, it's going to be cold this morning, isn't it? Then it's going to get a little bit warmer. So we're happy to hear that tomorrow should be a little bit warmer day, too. And that will make us all happy. But I think Willie will have to wear his rather warm jacket outdoors this morning, don't you? I think so. And there are his shoes and socks. Goes around his foot. There you go. And you'll have to wear a t-shirt. Say, that's a beautiful shirt you have on this morning, Jeff. I like that very much. Is it just a new one? It's very handsome. All different kinds of colors, isn't it? Red and blue and gold in it. That's right. And here's Willie's hat. It's going to go on his head, too. That's fine. And there's our Willie, all dressed for Friday morning, May the 24th, which is going to be a nice sunny day, bright and clear. And it's going to warm up a little bit this afternoon, and it should be quite a pleasant day. So that makes us very happy. Boys and girls, you know how we always like to practice the days of the week. Let's say them over together, shall we? Let's start with Sunday. Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and back to Sunday again. Well, there's a song I know that has all the days of the week in it. And every single day we do something different. Monday morning we wash the clothes. Can anybody tell me what that song is?
I know that song, but I forgot the words.
Here we go round the
Mulberry.
Right. Well, we're going to sing and play Mulberry Bush. So let's come on over to the exercise area and sing a song about Mulberry Bush. We'll get in a great big circle and we'll join hands. And I'll bet everybody remembers the words and the different things we do. Let's see, on Monday morning we wash the clothes. And on Tuesday morning, what do we do to the clothes? We iron them, don't we? And Wednesday morning, we have to mend them. Thursday morning, we do the scrubbing. Friday morning, we do the baking. Saturday morning, we go and do the shopping. And Sunday, we go to church, don't we? And we'll start out, first of all, can we skip around? And just not too fast, but just nice skipping around, singing, Here We Go Round the Mulberry Bush. All right, here we go, then. Here we go round the mulberry bush, the mulberry bush, the mulberry bush. Here we go round the mulberry bush so early in the morning. All right, now Monday morning we're going to scrub the clothes, so get ready to wash those clothes. Oh, this is the way we wash the clothes, wash the clothes, wash the clothes. This is the way we wash the clothes so early Monday morning. Now Tuesday we're going to iron, aren't we? The ironing board, ready to iron. Oh, this is the way we iron the clothes, iron the clothes, iron the clothes. This is the way we iron our clothes so early Tuesday morning. Now Wednesday, we have to get out our needle and thread, and we have to mend a hole in our clothes or sew on a button. So get ready to sew the button on now on Wednesday. Thread the needle. All right, are you ready then? Here we go. Oh, this is the way we mend our clothes, mend the clothes, mend the clothes. This is the way we mend the clothes so early Wednesday morning. Yes.
I don't know.
Well, good for you. Now, how about the floors are dirty and it's Thursday morning? Don't you think we better get down and scrub those floors and make the house shine? All right, then. This is the way we scrub the floors, scrub the floors, scrub the floors. This is the way we scrub the floors so early Thursday morning. And it's Friday, and we have to make some bread with some cookies. Now, do you know what we do when we make cookies? We roll them out, don't we? And when we make bread, we have to knead the dough. So we can knead it and roll it, and we'll do our baking on Friday. Oh, this is the way we make the bread, make the bread, make the bread. This is the way we make the bread so early Friday morning. Now, Saturday's coming, we have to make our grocery list. So take out your pencil and your paper and write all the things we need and pick up your shopping list. And we're going to go to market and choose all the things we need, right? All right. This is the way we go to market, go to market, go to market. This is the way we go to market so early Saturday morning. Now, Sunday, we have to go to church on Sunday, don't we? So let's walk in our nice circle, and let's fold our hands, pretend we're pilgrims, the way the pilgrims used to walk to church. You ready, Jeff? Come get in our circle now, and make your hands like the pilgrims used to walk to church, and we'll walk in our circle. Oh, this is the way we walk to church, walk to church, walk to church. This is the way we walk to church so early Sunday morning. Now let's join hands in our big circle and skip around for Mulberry Bush again. Here we go. Round in our circle for Mulberry Bush. Oh, here we go round the Mulberry Bush, the Mulberry Bush, the Mulberry Bush. Here we go round the Mulberry Bush so early in the morning. Oh, it's wonderful. Now, since we're in such a good mood, let's be the Jack-in-the-Box that comes popping out, shall we? And sing, what's that song? All around the cobbler's bench, the monkey chased the weasel. The monkey thought was all in fun, and pop goes the weasel. All right, let's get down now inside our little Jack-in-the-Box, and turn the crank. Oh, all around the cobbler's bench, the monkey chased the weasel. The monkey thought was all in fun. Pop goes the weasel. Very, very good. Well, we don't have an animal friends film today, boys and girls, but we have a lesson this morning about some animals. Come over here to the bulletin board. And you will see some very beautiful pictures of some animals. Now, what kind of animals are those, children?
Cows.
Yes, they're cows, aren't they? Now, I'll bet the boys and girls at home, maybe if they've never been out in the country and seen all the different kind of cows, thought that there was only one kind of cow. Well, that is not so. There are many different kind of cows, and each cow comes from a different place, and each cow gives a different kind of milk. So let's look at this first picture of cows up here. Now, these cows are drinking from a pond, aren't they? And these cows are called Guernsey cows. Now, these cows, a long, long time ago, lived over in France, in the country of Brittany. Now, if you look at them, you see they're brown and white, aren't they? Aren't they pretty? Now, the Guernsey cow, oh, my goodness, they give a very, very rich milk. Oh, there's lots and lots of cream in the milk from the Guernsey cow. And the milk is so very good for you. They're very important cows, and they're quite big, too. When the cow grows up, he weighs 1,100 pounds. These cows have been around for a long, long time. And they have horns. Did you notice how the horns point forward? That's very important, the horns on the Guernsey cow. Now let's look at this cow over here. This cow is called a Jersey cow. And do you know how he differs from the Guernsey cow? Look at the colors. He's all tan all over. He doesn't have any white on him, does he? He doesn't have any white spots or white legs or anything. Now the Jersey cow came from England and France, too. And, these were very, very important cows because they gave very good milk, too. They aren't quite as big as the Guernsey cows. They're a little bit smaller, and they have some horns, too. You'll see that their horns are just medium length, and they point up, but not quite as far up as the Guernsey cow does. Now, the Jersey cow gives quite a bit of milk, and he's very important. When we drink our milk that you get at home, you would drink the milk of all these cows blended together. The Guernsey cow puts the richness in it, and the Jersey cow gives lots of milk. Now, let's look at these cows down here. Can you tell me something different about... Look at the horns on this cow. What's different about the horns on this cow? They stand straight up, don't they? That's the Ayrshire cow, and he came from Scotland.
You touch
He's a very, very beautiful cow. I will in just a minute. He's a red and white cow, and his horns stand straight up. Oh, and he's bigger. He is a big cow, even bigger than either one of these two. And you can tell him because of his red, his quite red, brown red and white spots. Now, here's a beautiful cow. This is a Holstein cow. Now, look at the horns on this cow, boys and girls, and see how different they are. They point straight forward. Did you notice that? And the Holstein cow is black and white. And this cow, look, what are those in the background? Windmills. And where do they have windmills? In Holland, and that's where these cows came from, too. Right over from Holland, the Holstein cow came from. And they make delicious cheese from Holstein cows. Black and white, and these cows are pretty big cows, too. And notice the horns that go forward. Let's not do that right now. Over here is a beautiful cow that comes from Switzerland. Isn't she pretty? She's called the brown Swiss cow. And she makes delicious cheese from her milk, too. Now look at her horns. They point up, too. They're almost like the Guernsey cow. And they have black tips on them. So those are the different kinds of cows that you will find around from Switzerland and Holland and England and France. And we have all the different kinds of cows right here in our country to make very good milk and very good cheese from all of them. Now, Jeff, you come over here and let me tuck your shirt in. Oh, my goodness, yes. Coming out, isn't it? Well, tuck it in and pull it up. The rest of you children can go over and get the horses if you want to, and we'll have a gallop. There. Is that better now? All right, here we go then. We'll get the horses. Oh, you have the black one. You know, that's the color of the Holstein cow, isn't it? Black and white. And you have a white one. I don't think there are very many all-white cows around. There's a red and white one. Oh, you want to have the red one? All right, I'm going to ride the tan one that looks like the Jersey cow, but this is a horse. And do you know what a tan horse is called? A palomino, isn't it?
I have a horse, too.
You have a horse? Everybody, you have a lion. Our birthday boy's riding a lion today. And you're riding a dog, aren't you? And that's your trip. Now, where will we go on our trip this morning? Any ideas?
And Holland.
Oh, would it be fun to go to Holland and see the tulips and the boys and girls in their duck shoes and the windmills? All right, we'll take a gallop over to Holland then. Giddy up, ponies, and we're off for a visit to Holland. Maybe we'll see some of those pretty black and white cows. I visited Holland last fall. It's a very, very wonderful country. Now let's stop here and let's look around and see if we can see a windmill. Does anybody see a windmill over here? There it is. And oh, look, it's turning round and round.
I see a real big one.
Yes, they're very large. Some of them are very large and some of them are a little smaller. And they have almost like wings that turn round and round. Now let's go and visit my favorite city of Amsterdam and see where they have canals.
I went to
Did you really? Well, let's go now and visit Amsterdam and have a ride on a canal boat, shall we? Giddy up, pony. Amsterdam is one of the biggest cities in the Netherlands. Very, very nice old city. There are lots of old brick houses and canals. Now, in this city, to take a ride around, you don't drive on the streets to 10, but it's more fun to ride in a boat. So let's get in a boat and go for a canal ride, shall we? And then we'll go and see the Zuider Zee. You think the horses will go there? All right, then we'll gallop on the horses and look for the Zuider Zee. Here we go. And in the wintertime in Holland, everybody skates on the canal. And in the summertime, there are houseboats and tulips, and it's a beautiful country. Well, you know, I think maybe we're going to have to get on the horses. And shall we fly back to Romper Room on a jet that'll take us there to Cleveland? Would you like that? All right, then. We'll take a jet that's going to fly us right back to Cleveland. Giddy up, ponies. Oh, there's nothing like a nice jet ride. And we'll come right back over here and put the horses in a stable after a flying trip to Holland. And how about sitting down in a circle on the floor? Would you do that for me? Thank you. There, oh my goodness. There. Can you guess what we're going to play? Oh, you guessed it, didn't you? Simon Says.
I know how to play.
Do you? Did everybody have a thinking cap on? Is it working? You sure? All right, then we'll just see how well they're working, shall we? Simon Says, clap your hands. Simon Says, put your hands on your chest. Simon Says, put your hands on your head. Simon Says, put your hands out to the side. Simon Says, put your hands behind you. Simon Says, salute like a soldier. Simon Says, drink a big glass of water. Simon Says, brush your hair. Clap your hands. Oh, I caught some doobies, but I didn't catch keys. Your birthday must be making that thinking cap work very, very well today. Shall we try it again? Now remember, we don't do it unless Simon says to do it. Simon says use an egg beater. Simon says clean your teeth. Simon says wave goodbye. Simon says put one hand on your head. Simon says put your other hand at your waist. Simon says bend over. Simon says bend the other way. Simon says put hands on your knees. Simon says put your hands on the floor. Simon says put your head down on your hands. Simon says sit up straight. Simon says put your hands at your waist. Simon says put your hands on your elbows. Clap your hands. Oh, I almost caught some more. That was very good.
Got me.
I almost did, but I didn't really, did I? You didn't clap, did you? That was fine. The thinking cap worked. Now we're going very fast this time. Simon says play the bongo drums. Simon says brush your hair. Simon says put on your hat. Simon says button up your coat. Simon says put your hands on your shoulders. Simon says reach way up to the sky. Simon says bring your hands down. Simon says clap your hands. Put your hands on the floor. Oh, I caught Lorraine. But I didn't catch Jeff. I caught Keith this time. You see, I changed it a little bit. Well, Simon says he thinks it would be a very good idea to He got up and went over and sat down for refreshment time. And Simon says, please remember not to eat or drink until after we've said our grace, and I'll be there in just a minute. But Simon would like the boys and girls at home to come along with me for just a minute, and we'll talk about something that I think is very important. You wait just a minute now. I'll be there in a minute, Jeff. Now, Simon and everybody who knows anything about shoes to fit and feel good says, like Colonel Ked says, if you want shoes with lots of pep, get Keds, kids, Keds. Now, why? Why does Miss Barber say get Keds? Well, you look very closely at the Keds, first of all, and you'll see, well, terrific-looking shoes, of course. But inside, this is the point that I want you all to remember, and I want you to tell Mom about it, too. Inside every pair of Keds is a cushioned insole, a shock-proof arch cushion. That's what protects your feet. So when you run and play and jump and everything, it helps you to do it just a little bit better because they fit so well. Now, Keds shoes are the best fitting quality shoe of this kind that you can find. How do you know they're Keds? Well, look for the blue label on the back. Shows you that every pair of Keds is a product of United States rubber. Now, do you remember the contest that we had about the wonderful tent, the Keds tent? Well, our winner was Kathy Jocelyn from 16501 Laverne in Cleveland, Ohio. And congratulations, Kathy. We hope you have fun playing in your Keds playpen. Now, let's fold our hands, and we'll say our prayer, and then we'll have refreshment time. And we have birthday cupcakes today, don't we? Well, that's wonderful for Keith's birthday. Are your hands all folded? All right, then. God is great. God is good. Let us thank Him for our food. Amen. Thank you, children. Now you may help yourself to milk and cookies or your cupcake if you'd like to. My goodness, such a delicious refreshment. I'm going to save my cupcake for my lunch today. That's what I'm going to do. And our book...
I'm going to bring mine home.
You and that's a good idea. Take it home and have it for your lunch, can't you? Our book today is about Tuggy the tugboat. Oh, a little boat. Once upon a time, Tuggy the tugboat lived in a snug little cove in Sleepy Creek. He lived just beyond the bend where the creek met the Chattahoochee River. For a long time, Tuggy was very busy, taking the boats in and out of the harbor and worked very, very hard. Oh, he was a brave boat, too, because one time he helped save a man who'd fallen off a barge. Oh, and it was in the middle of a thunderstorm, too. Tuggy worked hard. Oh, yes, he did. There he was saving the man and pulling boats in and out of the harbor. But one day, Tuggy noticed that he didn't go out in the harbor anymore. He just sort of sat there at the pier and didn't do too much of anything. And the captain of his ship, or his captain, just sat and read a book. Tuggy didn't like that so very well. And then came the bad news. They told Captain Larson that they weren't going to need Tuggy any longer. He was very sad, and so was Tuggy. For a long time, that is. They just sort of sat and moped around. Then one day, Captain Larson decided to take a trip up the river to visit his friend Captain Anderson, who lived in a nice houseboat up the river. So off they went. When they got there, something wonderful happened. There were a group of boys, and they were having a birthday party. And they belonged to Captain Anderson, and he had an idea. Boys, how would you like a ride on Tuggy? And the boys thought it was a wonderful idea. So they climbed on board Tuggy, and they climbed up the ladders, and they played on the rope, and oh, they had such a good time. Then the captain said, would you like to go for a ride, boys? Oh, we sure would, said the boys. So Captain Larson took Tuggy out to the big harbor again, and the boys had a chance to see everything in the river and the harbor. And when they went back that afternoon, they all had such a wonderful time. They said, Captain Larson, why don't you and Tuggy come often and do this? And that was just the idea Captain Larson and Tuggy were waiting for. From that day on, they put up a big sign, and it said, Tuggy's Excursions, children only. And Captain Larson and Tuggy took all the boys and girls in the neighborhood for the nicest trips up the river and around the harbor. And Tuggy the tugboat and Captain Larson were happy from that time on. Now, Monday, we have a question. Who lives here? Do you? Well, we'll talk about the different people who live in different kinds of houses. Well, then I'll bet you know all the answers, don't you? Now, I'd like to look for my boys and girls at home. So I'll say, Romper, Bumper, Stomper, Boo, tell me, Boo. Magic Mirror, tell me, today. Did all our friends have fun at play? Did all our friends have fun with us today? Oh, I hope so, because I see some friends are having special days. Mike and Jimmy are having them today. Donna's having one on Sunday. Well, I hope they're happy. And there's Jolene and Anita and Alan and Randy. Hi, Bradley and Perry. Ruthie, Brenda, and Ralph. Hi, Johnny and Beverly. Susie and Mary Jo. And I see Mitchell and Marla. There's Francis and Lois and Sally and Maria and Shirley. Oh, I see Janie, too. And there's Helen and Trudy. We'll see you all again Monday morning at 9:30 in the Romper Room School.
The Romper Room, featuring Barbara Plummer, is a Burt Claster production directed by Jim Breslin. The story read on this program was written by Gene Hortenberg, pictures by Carl Harns. And the physical fitness exercises and activities used daily in Romper Room School were prepared for the Romper Room by the President's Council on Youth Fitness.